Hello and welcome to The Future is 3D. My name is Jeff Christiana, and today we're going to show you how to unjam a print head. Now, this is the all-new TF3D print head that just came out about a month ago. So the symptoms of a blocked tip. This is a 0.35 millimeter tip on all of our printers. It's very easy to get plugged by debris, dust, something that rides along with the filament, or the filament itself could have contamination in it that will plug that head and stop that plastic flow. So some of the symptoms is you'll get very little plastic out of here. Now when our printers ship, you should be able to run this tip at 220, motor speed 100, and you should be able to extrude for 60 seconds and get a pretty good amount of plastic coming out of it. The diameter, you should have quite a bit. If the head is plugged, you'll see just a little bit of plastic within that 60 seconds. And I will show a video of a printer printing when showing a proper amount of plastic flow. Another way to tell is that your idle bearing will sometimes pause, or it will just stop, and then your filament driver will start. It will actually stop that as well. There's a lot of force in this motor, so if those two and that motor stopping, you're putting a lot of pressure on this, and it could actually damage your print head. So look for the symptoms. Look for this idle bearing not turning, the filament driver stopping, and very little plastic flow, if maybe you'll have no plastic flow. So the first thing you want to do, this will be on your printer when you do this. You will have the tip at 220, and it's really easy to work on even with those higher temperatures. We're just going to take the top part off. So you're going to take 4 screws out. This print head is very easy to work on compared to our very first print head. We also have a dual print head that is at the CNC shop, and it's going to have 2.35 tips. They're going to be 20 millimeters apart from each other. Now on the back side here, I'm just removing the upper 2 screws. And the motors will sit opposite from each other, parallel with the 8 millimeter bars, and it will take 1.75 filament. That'll be our first print head, and that will take 1.75. We're doing that because we're getting away from the larger size motors on that one due to the weight. Keep it light. And that might change. I really like these motors. They're geared right and they do a good job. So you got the 4 screws off. This will be sitting on your printer. What you do is just lift up the top. Top just pops right off, and you just let this sit on your print bed, and now you have access to the tip. So what you can do is we can back this out, and you can look directly inside. You should be able to see right through it, through the hole, right through the print hole, and see daylight. And if you've been printing with it, of course, you'll have plastic in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this PTFE barrier out. I'm just going to use a needle nose to loosen it up. This will actually come out really easy when your print head is hot. Okay, so I have PTFE Teflon tape. It's like Teflon tape that you put on plumbing. That just came off. That's what this blue is on this. When you remove your print head, after it's got the temperature, it'll still stay stuck to that. But I'd recommend, if you do remove it, replace your PTFE tape. And you can get this PTFE tape at Home Depot or Lowe's. It's called Blue Monster. It's very inexpensive. You get 1,400 feet of it for $2. So inside your print head, you will see that there is a smaller hole in the center, right in there. You can see daylight already through that. I think you can see that. But anyway, so if you're printing, you're going to have plastic in that hole with your debris plugging the hole. So while the print head is hot, you want to take some filament and you want to put it right down the center, right into the hole. And you want to work it into the hole, work it out, and it's going to stick to your filament. So what you want to do is you want to cut it, put this back into the hole, and as you're doing this, keep pushing plastic through, and you'll see that you'll start getting some plastic out of your tip, and then you just keep working that. Once you can see daylight through your hole, you're good to go. Put the PTFE tube back in. We'll put the PTFE tube back in. PTFE tube is back in, and now you want to take your PTFE or your PLA or ABS and put it right through that PTFE hole. Push, and you should be able to push and have plastic come out with very little effort. Very little effort. You should be able to just push that along, push it along, and get a good stream. So that means your head is now. Now, if you're able to do that, take this back out, take your top of your head, and you just pop it back on, put your 4 screws back in, and start your print job. So it's very easy. If you do notice that you have damage on your PTFE tube, your barrel, just let us know and we will send you one of those out. And depending on how long you've had your tip, we'll probably just send it to you for free. But they do wear out over time, and they'll only be a couple bucks each anyway. So that's how to clear a print jam. In the next video, I will show you how to replace your tip with another tip size. And we'll see you later.